and she said she heard a knock on the door at night, scratching on the wall and in the hallway. She said she was hearing them in the hallway. She couldn't come out of her bedroom.
This case takes the team out of state to help a family.
We are loaded up and about ready to head out on the way to our investigation.
I didn't get anything that really popped up to the surface and was like, you must potentially be aware of this. Nothing like that comes up for me.
Is activity eye-catching upon arrival?
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Come in.
My husband was deployed for 6 months, so this went on for quite a while, and it just kept getting worse and worse.
I spent 9 years in the Air Force myself, and I was never deployed. Neither one of us have ever lost brothers in arms or anything like that. Maybe
the land.
Yeah.
Because we're working on several different things that we're going to try to get evidence for, because we're picking up stuff left and right.
Back trail tests the team's 8-legged senses.
Something?
Wow. Okay, I guess my spidey senses are tingling.
More senses are tested and directed towards an object.
What?
What does that say?
Morning and evening daily readings. Someone's
More prayer stuff.
more dates. This is a different family. This is a different family.
We want to take a look at that now?
Yep. Yeah. Clear as day, just said November. That's the timeline.
Right.
Okay.
EMF. Cell sensors
Thank
going
you.
up.
Yeah, I feel you.
November.
Kind of curious about what's going on in here, about why the girls are so scared.
It's empathic stuff. It's just we're picking up on the emotion of this being. It's not meaning ill intent to her. It's all empathic things.
Wounded
So
dog
we're
syndrome.
picking up- yeah.
Responded really hardcore to the shot in the gut.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my...
Recording?
Yes, I am still recording.
An offering is granted.
Okay, we're gonna open up the portal so that you can cross through.
So hopefully it's in a much better place now where it can find the empathy that it was looking for this whole time in the wrong ways.
And how things have shifted with some work that some of my teammates did in some other rooms.
Need to go, not welcome here, go into the light. Go ahead, go cross over. Just everyone on that same mindset. Opening up the white light here. You see this?
Don't be afraid to reach out about it. I didn't think I ever would.
And then an endeavor awaits the team at a radio station.
So, Kelvin and I, first time I get to be with each other on a little radio interview, so.
A couple friends of mine from Paranormal Endeavors. Friends, welcome Eric and Kelvin. Boonga.
Thank you everybody for coming out. Another case. We're heading into busy season now because it traditionally is September through December, sometimes early January, when we kind of get the, I don't know, some people say the Halloween jump, because it's in that season. Everyone's like, oh, now I have spooks.
I'm excited. I'm getting a very good vibe. I don't feel anything really evil with this.
It'd be nice to get out there. It's a priority case. It's a little bit of a drive because it's out of state, but it's not too bad. From the sounds of the briefing that we got, there's a lot of it that's linked to something similar. Case profile of poltergeist, it fits that. Item attachment, including person attachment, and property, ground, all that kind of stuff.
October 2017, her husband was deployed and her daughter was 8 at the time, and she said she heard a knock on the door at night, scratching on the wall in the hallway. She said she was scared to death in the hallway. She couldn't come out of her bedroom because she was scared to death in the hallway. She was terrified and started sleeping in other daughter's room. She's got more than, I can't remember how many kids she said she had. But Shelby herself has heard, Shelby is the mother, she's heard knocks on the door, and it's always 3 times.
Okay, we have just went over the team briefing. We are loaded up and about ready to head out on the way to our investigation.
We have an even number of male to female ratio for the team, 6 total, so I'm really excited. At this time, I'm not picking up on a whole lot. I did have a dream about a person, no names yet, but just a person a few days ago, and kind of woke up with the
I'm getting a real big, strong gut feeling on this one, even from the very get-go, that it's kind of land involved and items and things that are just going on with that house itself and where it's at.
I'm not exactly sure what to expect. I didn't get anything that really popped up to the surface and was like, you must potentially be aware of this. Nothing like that comes up for me. I am excited to work with everybody who I've already worked with, as well as Sedona. It's really interesting to see the way each person does a thing and adds to the collective. So eager to see what we find out.
I have to agree with Jared. It seems like it's becoming more of a land, something to do with the land.
She says there's a heaviness on the bed and something crawling up the bed, and it's like holding her down. And she started sleeping with the nightlight on. So I can't remember if she said that helped her or not. Bella's the 8-year-old girl, and she said it got worse, and she knew someone was in her room all the time. She did say that she got, one time, somebody had told her to buy, or she had seen something about magic spray. So she contacted the magic cabinet and she ordered 3 of these Vanquish sprays, 2 bottles, I guess, of this Vanquish spray. And she said it seemed to help for a little bit, and then it didn't.
The reason I asked that is because some of that sounded like symptoms.
Right.
So we want to make sure a lot of noises and stuff like that, if it's happening around her, etc. We've been through that before. So
I just got that. She called me last night just to see what she needed to do to prepare on that. And she was discussing some stuff, and I actually brought that up as well about the whole poltergeist, and I told her to look into the attachment case that we have, the fracture.
Right, because I'm wondering if there's patterns here. If she's stressed, if there's moments where she's angry, her mood changes, etc., that she's noticing it more. I don't know if you got that.
I asked that.
Okay.
I asked that. She said she didn't notice it. She noticed it more when she was sad he was gone.
Okay.
All in all, I'm excited, and I can't wait to see what we can do for these clients.
So on this one, Mary had originally voted yes, and she changed it to no, and then we got Jackie, who had voted no, and then changed it to yes. So it's working out perfectly with that. So we have Jackie, Jarrett, me, Calvin, Crystal, and Sedona. So it'll be a nice size team, I think, considering it's not a huge place.
And this is the first time I get to work with my team member Calvin, so I'm excited. So I'm not the newbie.
But we'll see. We'll see when we get there, because I think it sounds really interesting, and I have a good feeling about it. So she was asleep in bed, and she woke up and she had 3 claw marks on her left shoulder. The husband was next to her. He was there at that point in time. And he said to her it was just anxiety. And but anyway, they noticed the 3 claw marks, and the husband was there at that time.
Any pictures of these?
I don't know. She said that there was something of her husband's on the counter in the kitchen, and she heard a noise, and she went to the kitchen to see what it was, and it was his cell phone or something like that, and it threw it across the room. And whatever it was.
Last day she had another situation with a vape. She smoked the e-cigs.
That's it. That's it.
E-cig.
Yeah.
And the countertop has a lip, a rolled lip, so it has to actually ramp off to go off of it.
Horrible. You know, it's sounding. We're sitting back here like.
Yeah, that's what it is. It says e-cig, middle of the floor. And there's no way it could. Well, she did say she would pay us, and I said no, we don't take pay.
Right.
She says, well, I am going to donate something. So she says, I just want you guys to come. I really want you guys to come. So every time we're on Facebook, she pops up and says, "Are you still coming?"
We're kind of a large, well-oiled machine at this point. Really happy with where Endeavors has come, and so we're take our 2 vehicles, load up. Just a matter of getting there, doing our setup and initial shots with the client, kind of getting the vibe and the feel of the place.
So we are approximately how far out would you say? What's the
2 hours and 45 minutes, 172 miles.
Alrighty, cool. That will be putting us there about, let's see, 4:30, 5:30. Close, pretty close to 6 if we don't do too many stops.
So, this is Jackie, obviously. I had this weird feeling earlier, like, almost like a taste of blood in my mouth, but it wasn't necessarily me experiencing it. It was more like somebody on the team might have experienced that tonight. I got kind of like it was like a flash vision kind of deal. And anyone else in your call?
Not right now.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Otherwise, our timing looks to be pretty good, even though we kind of had a little late start, so I'm kind of happy about that.
Yeah, me too.
Right on.
That sounds good. And scene.
This one on is like, and scene. So I guess if there's nothing else for now, I guess you shut off your cameras and just have them available. Just
What?
She's like, I don't know what's going to happen.
Yep, my greenhouse, I bet.
And then with some of the information we got at the briefing, I'm wondering how that may layer in and add to this.
yeah.
That's where I'm at on that.
This must be. Is this our location?
I believe this is it.
This sign right there.
Yep. God, I'm good. I do this every time.
You know the house is green.
What can I say? I see these things.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Come in.
We arrived to the client's house. Shelby was kind enough to explain some of the things that she's been experiencing.
Normally when you go someplace and you feel a bunch of different energy and you like start ruling things out, scientific, spiritually wise, it's kind of not easy, but it's easier to narrow down kind of what we're dealing with, but it kind of feels like just up in the air right now, for me personally.
Eric with Paranormal Endeavors. I'm the team lead.
Shelby.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, and then of course, Jarrett. And Crystal, the case manager, and we're working with us. And Sedona,
Hi.
field researcher.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you as well.
And Jackie, senior
Nice to meet
field
you.
researcher. And then Kelvin, field researcher.
It really started around October of last year. My husband deployed, and My daughters and I have never had any experiences or anything like that.
Okay.
It started with she was 8 at the time. My little one, Bella, she would get up at night, knock on my door, say she was hearing things, put her back to bed,
Mm-hmm.
And I got used to, hearing a knock on my door, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning every night. And then what started happening was there would be a knock and I would get up. I would say, come in, nothing. Bella, come in, nothing. I would get up and then open the door and there was nothing there. Bella was really the one that started experiencing everything the most, and then I began experiencing things, starting with the knocks, and it's always in threes. And it happened last night. There were times where I would be laying in bed and I would feel like someone was tucking me in. The covers would become tight around me. I'd feel a weight on my chest and my stomach would just fill with an overwhelming sense of anxiety. Everyone talks about the fight or flight kind of feeling, and you never really know which one you're gonna be until you get put in a situation. And I always thought I'd be a fighter. I was completely frozen in fear. And I heard breathing next to my ear, and I turned my light on. Of course, there's nothing there. And turn my light off. I go back to what I'm doing, watch my film, and something grabs my leg. I get out of bed, I run in here, and I tell my husband, I don't care if you believe in this or not, it's very real to me. Something just grabbed me. I will not sleep in that bedroom without you. So he got up and he went to bed with me. I found out later, because I got grabbed again in bed, he was back out here. I can just feel it. I can feel something watching me. I can feel something's there, and I can't get away from that feeling. My daughters, they have separate rooms. They have not slept alone without each other probably since November. Again, this is coming from the mouth of an 8, 9-year-old. She says that she's woken up with scratches that eventually fade away during the day. I haven't seen them. She didn't tell me about them till recently. Neither one of them have ever been physically grabbed. They've always had that feeling something's there, and they are always hearing things like myself walking. And Bella has felt someone hold her down in her blankets, and I didn't tell her my stuff. I didn't tell her, hey, I've had this feeling, have you? She told me that. My husband and I were in bed, still awake, watching TV, heard a noise out here. I looked at him and I was like, what the hell was that? I don't know. I said, well, you need to go look. And I smoke these e-cigarettes, okay, on my counter here. And I have a very prominent pill at the end of my counter. Somehow this managed to roll off of the counter from here to the middle of my kitchen floor. And that's the only time where there's been like a physical movement. I've been the only one that's felt anything physically. I found this online.
Oh, is this the spray that we
yes.
heard about?
Yes. This is the spray that I got for Bella and myself. I used it. She still uses it. I didn't know if it would be like a psychological, kind of like a placebo effect,
Yeah.
right? So I didn't know if it would maybe be like a placebo effect. I was really desperate for Bella, and
Smell the cinnamon
on her bed.
cloves, the eucalyptus, and the
Okay,
lemon.
so her bed.
I sleep on this side of the bed. When my husband was gone, I slept on his side of the bed, just for me. And I don't know if there's a particular reason. More happens on my side of the bed. Every time I've been tucked in or grabbed, the panting sounds that I've heard, it was like my Weimaraner, my dog, his head's about this tall, and it sounded like he was right there, and it came out of nowhere. I was just watching my show, and it was just panting in my ear, directly in my ear. Like my dog was right there. He wasn't. Since kennel, I was totally by myself in here.
Something, yeah.
In that one?
Something in that closet.
Strong.
It's in that one?
Yep.
And that goes and it tucks under.
It goes all the way back, so there's a bunch in there. Yeah.
That closet be my hair stand.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Has to be right here in order for it to. So if it's over here.
Intel collecting right now, gathering all our stuff. We can't really say a whole lot yet. Spiritual come on.
Okay, you guys have everything.
And that's something that'll always, like narrow spaces, always add to that feel, you know, because all that energy.
Right.
With narrowness, it gets stagnant.
And it's a secret between the girls and I that you guys are here. And I told Bella and Madeline, I said our house is gonna feel better.
Right. That's the goal.
Tomorrow night,
Make it
it's
feel
gonna,
better
when you
so
guys
that
come
everyone's
home, everybody's gonna feel better.
The one straight ahead, that's actually a walking path.
Oh.
Okay.
And it goes all the way down this main highway here, DD Highway. It connects all the way to the Air Force Base right over there into town. And then the other one next to it, that is someone's driveway.
Where was he before that?
He's never been deployed prior to that. I spent 9 years in the Air Force myself, and I was never deployed. Neither one of us have ever lost brothers in arms or anything like that. We've never had anything traumatic military happen to us at all. I don't even have close friends from the military that have had anything like that happen in here this week.
Yeah, I'm eager to see where the night goes. I still don't have anything like crazy popping out yet. It's like, you need to pay attention to me.
Dominant watcher presence that's kind of sneaking up on us and just kind of getting right up on you, seeing what's going on.
But regardless, I'm going to pay attention and see what makes itself worth paying attention to.
Because the trigger of that timing, unless it's just muffled by something else that we're not seeing yet, but it just makes me wonder if something was secluded enough until he was gone to come out towards the female.
Especially the muscle of it.
Yeah.
He's literally right up on you.
Well, over there for a reason.
Yes, I want to go.
Because I wanted to go on that trail for a moment.
I want to go investigate that as well. Yeah.
Thanks for showing us around. I haven't ruled out opening the attic later. There's probably going to be other things that we're going to do. We'll check that out probably too. So from here we go grab our equipment and find a place to kind of set up, do our setup, DVR cameras, audio, different things like that. Especially be a focus on the bedroom then, if that's where a lot of things that you mentioned happen. Then we'll do several sessions throughout the night where we'll do like a session, we'll probably do an EVP session where just the team involved, get kind of a feel, see what we get on our own. And then at some point during the night, I think it would be a good idea, especially if it's alone when it happens mostly to you, have you in that room as we were talking with Jarrett, have the equipment stuff going so you won't be alone, you'll be monitored, and we'll be just either outside or within range, see if anything happens then.
Calvin did a real good job. The girls did a good job.
Got a pretty good layout and a good idea where to put things right away. Set up our DVR system, our cameras, the pods, spirit interceptor. Big Daddy going to use this time as the other interceptor is in the shop.
Alright, so setup went really well. I feel like everybody worked really well as a team together.
The setup went really fast, so we are good there. We've got this down pat.
So we're good. We're proud on that because I know, especially Jackie, going back as far as she has seen us, our days where we don't do so well, and then others where we've been working on getting that speed down to get set up. So tear down, I have no doubt, will be quick. It usually goes quicker.
I'm excited to get started. No, I've got it set. A year, date is correct. Time is correct.
Rectangle, square.
Right, it is on camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
Banana. Pineapple.
Again, we're going to hit everything with the science first. We're going to keep the spiritual back a little bit.
But I don't think I want to leave Shelby, so I think I'm going to stay here while they go do the cart path, or the trail, whatever is out back here.
Anyway, we're going to start out here. We're going to try to venture down the trail as that kind of grabbed some of our attention.
Everything.
It's like, bam!
We're just walking over there then. Yeah, Jackie.
What? Right, spider.
Oh, Lord.
Move this way. Move this way. Just move this way.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're not tall enough to hit it. You're not even tall enough to hit him.
Okay, let's go. Bye-bye.
No, it's funny because when I walked up to the tree, I see all these spiders just go boom, 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 as they all went back up, and then he stuck out. He hung out.
Ewan would handle this. He just wouldn't handle the grass. Something? Oh, spider.
Wow. Okay, I guess my spidey senses are tingling because it totally just made me stop and back up.
Look at that. That's a
I
big
didn't
one.
see it. I didn't see it until you pointed it out.
It's not your home anymore. You're more than welcome to stay, but you do not haunt the girls, you do not haunt me. You know, you just do your own thing and I'll do my own.
Right.
Yeah. And you just need to be real adamant about it.
Lay down the rules of engagement.
Do not give it permission to take over your life or rule your life.
Yep, those are spiders. That's right.
It's funny that says that.
I've been talking to him a little bit. There's a lady and a guy here. Civil War.
Yeah.
Said he said he was from the south, and then she said something else. Yeah, we'll be heading back to the house area. You're not welcome over there, though.
Can you just give us any evidence or any sign or tell us if the land has some kind of influence on
Shaping over there.
something over there?
Something shaping over there or something.
Wondering what's going on.
Yeah, it sounds like something shaping up over there is what you said.
Mm-hmm.
Should we head back that way?
Sure.
Okay.
Is that our sign? We need to go back?
Yep.
They're gonna
Huh?
It died. It just rolled over and
This is
died.
building.
That's funny.
Still going.
That's how they're built. They're built to be like flip over and all that kind of stuff.
Welcome back, guys.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
That's an interesting
Spider infested down there, but she detected him before we walked into the webs.
It was horrifying.
Freezing. We're walking down it. It's nice and dark. I'm turned back, looking at everyone. I'm looking down, checking the things beside me. Suddenly, I full body stopped. Immediately took 2 steps back, and I turned to talk to them, and I was like, "What is going on?" And Eric points out there was a spider that was like that far from me walking face first into it.
Do 3 and 3. There's a basement on the main floor. I don't think that we necessarily have to have someone man the monitor unless somebody absolutely wants to, because we'll review it later.
Yeah. Waste good people.
Right.
Let's have us out.
So, I would say split.
Yeah, 3 and 3.
Like, yeah, maybe us,
I
because
have
you
got-
guys wanted to work
I have
together.
a couple of questions about some things located in the basement area. So would you like to walk with me through the basement?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'll follow you.
Awesome. Okay, then investigative wise, there's some sort of document or something in there.
All of my military documents are in there. All my medical records.
Okay. All right. I just had noted that. I was like, wait, but there's something in there, but I want to wait till we get to the next segment then to see if I can weed out what that is a little more before I get all into that stage. Okay, so just before we started the session, Calvin and I actually went downstairs with the client to do a little bit of recognizance and see how much we could dig into a particular closet and see if there were some things in there. And in that, I found a stack of books that had called to me, as well as a photo album. An item, I believe, back here that is...
The light doesn't work in there.
No? Okay. Got a photo album?
We've got a lot of photo albums back there.
No, photo.
You can dig as deep as you want.
Okay.
You're not going to hurt anything.
I found the one I want.
The books to the left of it, under the Trivial Pursuit,
yes,
those are extremely old antique books. I don't know where they came from.
Okay.
Nifty.
So something was calling back there, so there might be something with each of these. So, Bible readings for the home.
Okay.
1947. Great Sensations. Oh, hi, baby. Hello, darling.
That is an old book.
Awesome. I love old books. It's a volume 1. Let's see if I can find a year. There are 2 more pages in here.
My dad found this and brought this to my house.
1887.
While my husband was deployed.
Really? Okay, is this a family one? Your dad's family?
Supposedly. No, my dad found it.
Oh.
And he brought it to me and said, hey, can you put this on Facebook and see if we can find the owners of this? He doesn't do anything with computers. He's like, can you Google the names? I said,
Hillary
sure.
and Hazel Robbins.
I don't.
Oh, hey.
My dad left, pretty much had to kick him out because he's not good people. But that was something he left behind in his fury to get out of my house.
Hey, we're gonna do spiritual later. If somebody wanted to talk and say something, that's gonna be later, guys, okay? Sorry, guys. I have to stay scientific. We'll get into you later then. Okay.
I figured we'd start with the first session where it's team only to try to get a feel for what's there without your presence.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the team that is with you, whichever one that you're just kind of chilling on, will still be within, like you probably hear them ask questions. I mean, it's still gonna be close, so if that feeling comes back, you're not alone.
Right. Which, I mean, I told her, I said, you know, if you guys want to use me as a guinea pig and worry about me, I want you to learn as much as you can so that you can, know it best and what to do.
And that will come a little bit later. I like to do these things in kind of a stepped, like intelligence gathering thing, so we can tell from ourselves what we feel it is,
right?
And if we feel safe enough and comfortable with leaving client alone. Because if we come across something that's like a little more than we thought, and I don't know, we might not want to leave your site.
Okay.
So.
Let me show you real quick, Eric.
Audio recording. Yep, I gotta sleep this real quick. August 11th, 2018.
This is a photo album. This is a set of books from 1887.
Correct.
Yeah, and they're dual set, volume 1 and volume 2, History of the World. This book I didn't really get anything off of. This is the Bible that was with her dad's stuff that's left here, and there's obviously a lot about it, but it's not a part of her family. And so Hillary or Hazel spent some time going back and adding birth dates and stuff, going all the way back. She's tried to make contact and find any of these people, but hasn't, even through Facebook and Via and stuff like that, so we can't figure out that part.
Okay.
We're gonna look into it and hopefully find a connection of some sort. Could just be another, another ambient energy totally irrelevant to what's going on that we picked up on. We don't know yet, but
Eric is
grounded. We're just doing a sweep or preliminaries to try to figure out exactly what seems to be normal in the house when it comes to EMF. And about as I expected, the closet was not really having any hits. Let's introduce ourselves. We're just brought here to try to find out if anyone needs help, if everything's okay. That's Kelvin. My name's Eric. This is Donna. We have a body here that has been brought to our attention. You can step forward, speak to us through this, or set this device off here if there's something that draws your attention, or if we say something that intrigues you.
So for the first session, Jarrett, Crystal, and myself were upstairs on the top level. We started off in Miss Bella's room.
We'll go run without spiritus first, see if we catch anything, just ABP. Kind of curious about what's going on in here, about why the girls are so scared.
There's a box over here on the thing. If you touch that box, the lights will go up, and it'll go all the way up to red. If we ask you a question and it's yes, can you make that green light go clear up to the red? If they would like to come and talk to us, we mean you no harm. We want no harm in return, please. But we're curious to know who you are, why you're here, and why you're scaring the girls.
You?
And that could be because they're in the service.
Yeah, yeah. It's not a soldier they knew. It's just
No, it's just
a
he had
link,
talked, yeah.
military to military.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Right.
Military looks after military.
That's kind of what I was wondering.
Yeah. Thank you.
How about the Indian artifacts? Is that something that grabs your attention?
Are you wanting help to fix it?
Didn't make out what he said.
I didn't understand it either.
It's like, whoa, something.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to listen to that in playback.
Yeah.
I have no explanation for why it happened, but I felt my heart rate rise and a subtle increase in anxiety, and I'm like, what the heck? There's no reason for this. Why is this happening right now?
Total personal noticement. Noticement, my word.
Yeah.
I just had a subtle increase in heart rate and just like the teeniest bit of anxiety slip in,
Correct.
and no good reason for it.
Okay.
Yes.
That's you too?
Yes.
Okay. Very subtle, but it's there.
That validates
There's
with the
some
client.
more,
This
yeah.
validates the client's feelings.
That's, yeah. Okay.
Are you standing over by Calvin, or crouching, or crawling? I've seen all of it tonight.
I'm curious if I should turn on my Merkaba or not, because I want to, you know how I do the ambient energy thing where I kind of give it energy to play with, but set rules. But at the same time, that can also be a thing of, I don't want to scare anything away.
Right.
But it seems like we're just, good point, yeah. Okay,
We're trying
so we're
to
gonna wait
dick
on
with
that.
what's here without our influence so much.
Sorry about that. So yeah, scratch
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Said something there.
It did. Okay.
Okay.
So yes, but not yet.
Sorry about
I'm trying to stay, okay, how do I keep this scientific
It's
so
science
that...
and the spiritual. It's
Right.
It's
Physical technologies and spiritual technologies.
Right, and I know how to use this tool, I'm trying to figure out how to use those tools. That's the point.
That's what Crystal's saying. Is she's new to the tools or the
Right.
equipment, but
Right.
she's always been around herself doing her
Right.
thing.
Okay, so. Okay. So Miss Hazel, did someone take the book? But I don't think it was malicious. She doesn't feel that it was malicious. Sorry.
What?
That man again.
Mm-hmm.
Is this man
So-
here? Can you do some more? Can you try to say some more, like a complete sentence that we can understand? Do you know English?
Kann ich das noch sagen? Sprachen Sie Deutsch?
Well, the reason I asked that is because I know you weren't on that case, but Calvin was. The Moravia one, where it was the Navajo.
Oh, yes.
Because they might be trying to, but they don't understand how to, because in English they wouldn't. So what we had to do to get them to talk, to get things started over there, is we did gestures and some other techniques.
All right. Fair enough.
So why are you frightening the girls?
Why? Funny, I don't know why.
Well, you're scaring them to death. They can't sleep in their rooms.
I keep hearing different accents,
Uh-huh.
like German, and then something sounded like South, but it sounded more Irish.
Well, in the South, hired on mercenaries that were called the Hessians. They were German mercenaries that were just hired to fight.
But trying to hold back spiritually. But I definitely noticed, and I asked Crystal if somebody was next to her, because she was sitting on the far wall near the bed.
But it wasn't really active. And then I was noticing this buzzing feeling, and I kind of was looking around, and Jared then said he was kind of getting a headache and this buzzing feeling.
What it felt like was somebody kind of, because we had the K2 sitting on the bed, and I felt like somebody was just kind of like crouching over the K2 and then kind of like crouching down beside the bed a little bit.
We were getting this presence of kids, and not little kids, more like 12 to 16. They are kids that didn't think of themselves as kids. It was almost like it was a military regiment of, it's just what we were picking up, and we were trying not to go too spiritual into it. Heads on fire, anxiety. It's just this strange feeling. I can see why it would make someone uncomfortable. Because it's like bees in your head.
We're in that room staring at us?
That one?
Yeah, and I'm
arrowheads.
asking them.
You think?
Can I go look?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we need to try to find the arrowheads?
What was that? Did he just say?
Might have been a yep or that.
Somebody just said something.
Yeah.
We were all getting drawn back into the bedroom and into that closet. At this point in time, team decided that we were going to dig a little bit more out of the closets.
And then we were all drawn to the back bedroom, and Sedona had commented about how that closet had changed. Like earlier, before she walked by, it was just fine. Then it changed.
Again, that's where I kept thinking someone was staring at me.
I just felt compelled that I had to go in there for something. I didn't see anything, but
We should, because I've been looking in there a few times.
Yeah, I've been
Okay.
Yes.
seeing. Okay.
Sorry.
We're gonna shift in there then.
Thank you,
All right.
female. Something about this closet. What is it? Can you help us?
Right.
Oh, I drove head Bill into it. Why am I suddenly now like?
I'm getting just chills from it.
Right, I am.
So what's going on back here? Why are you drawing us back here? Yeah, my hair had stood up the first time ever. I told you that was on interview. I think.
Yeah.
It's starting to. It's not, yeah.
Yeah. There it is. Yeah. So what is it? Can you help us about this? What's in this closet that grabs you?
I feel like that is worth it at this point. I don't know. There's something in there that I feel like it's drawing us. It wants us.
Yeah, I just couldn't move it by myself. So.
Something back here still?
What did you want to draw our attention to? Because I feel like you kind of asked us to come back here, whoever it is, that's giving us these feels. What does that say?
Morning and evening daily readings. Someone's
more prayer stuff.
More dates.
That's
this is
the
different
first
family.
thing that grabbed me.
This is a different family.
We want to take a look at that now?
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Good job.
Maybe some of these names might make those people start talking again.
This little yellow box, we pulled that out, we opened it up, and there's a little book in there.
Eric was able to locate something, which was pretty cool.
There was a marked page read off of that, and that was kind of, it was intriguing. It got a little bit of response.
Okay, so the small yellow box, as soon as I heard them mention that, I looked over at, what was your name?
Sedona.
Sedona, and asked her if there's a pig on top. She said yes, and that was my grandmother's box and Bible. My dad gave it to me
when she passed away. Just a memento to have of hers, but that's where that came from. Right on. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Welcome. Who needs help? Who needs help?
You asked her. Name calling, bullying type thing.
Yes.
You're young, so you're just trying to motivate them any way they can, kind of a grade school motivation.
Bully.
Yeah.
Kind of a bully system.
The playground, you know. Don't be a wuss. Don't be a, you know. You're a man. You know you're young. Toughen up. Hi. You got my name down now.
Bye. Can you show yourself in the mirror? Can you show yourself in the mirror?
What? That sounded like screaming. Like the gates of hell. Yeah. It's like the gates of hell. We were downstairs. Kept getting the just coming and going. Not a real strong presence.
But we looked through the books downstairs, and I guess some of our questions from upstairs was answered because this old Bible had deaths and marriages and stuff like that, and the names that we picked up here were was in that Bible. I hear you.
That.
Stop. Mommy.
What are we listening for?
We were upstairs in client's bedroom. I definitely began to feel that initially that anxiety state. I definitely felt someone had rushed at me at one point.
All right, we are in here now. Feel free to communicate with us. Yep, you saw a woman already. Now you can go ahead and ask what you're.
Okay, so whoever was wanting to talk to us downstairs, or thinks, or anybody down in this location who'd like to talk to us in the present while we're here, feel free. We've got several different things that you can interact with. Thanks, Light, for going out. We got a bell you can touch and jingle if you want it.
Is being in the military perhaps what gave you your need to be powerful or control people or that type of energy?
I'm not sure, but can I try an experiment?
Yeah.
Can I lay in bed?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about the intent that you're putting behind it. It's making that conscious effort to protect ourselves, to put on our armor, to remember to, take off the gear when we need to. Where are we going with that? Thank you.
I can
doing your thing now? Is this what you do?
Yeah, he's gonna start to be mischievous now, and he's like, what?
But there wouldn't be any interest unless it was into something. But what is that thing? Is it simply discontent, or is it something deeper?
Just this inferno of properties just being burnt down. Because out of the corner of my eye, a few times I'd see like the flames going, just kind of this fire, and just I had to look over.
It's pushing on the back of my thigh. The muscle right, it's pinpointing actually right in here and pushing right back there, on the back of my thigh. Well, because after a while of laying there, you guys were talking about feeding off, and it was like, yeah, because I'm not afraid of it, so it wasn't feeding off me. And then it was this need to get up off the bed, and then as soon as I got up off the bed and walked this way, I can feel that agitation and that anxiety. November. Clear as day, just said November. That's the timeline.
Right.
Okay.
EMF. Cell sensors
Thank
going
you.
up.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm
November.
You've got me pacey now. We did get a hit on November, so I decided I would look up and see some of the history about the area. There were a lot of course skirmishes going on. The area that we are in had some murders and marauders who were terrorizing the local citizens, and so militia was in.
Potentially some connection with being shot in the gut. It seemed to really respond to that 2 different times.
Mother?
Were you shot in the gut? That's one of the most painful ways to die.
Yeah, like
EMF. Cell sensor going on.
Thank you. You were shot in the. Yeah, like.
You were shot in the gut. Okay.
All right.
That could make sense out of all the misery.
Yeah.
Well, everything going with her case profile right now is leaning more towards it's just empathic stuff. It's just we're picking up on the emotion of this being. It's not meaning ill intent to her. It's just it's all empathic things.
Wounded dog
we're
syndrome.
picking up- yeah, we're picking up on your feelings and emotions, and you're making it known to her as well. Well, the pod was triggered a few times. The cell sensor EMF on there. The SB7 was very chatty.
Oh my.
Recording?
Yes, I am still recording. See, it's. Yeah.
Well.
It's the shot in the gut thing. I think there's something there. That's what, the second time that it's obviously done a thing.
Our thing is though with that you need to give us the communication, telling us more about that. Don't just give us the feeling, because what it's coming off as is it's kind of, a dick move to just go around and give everyone that feeling consistently with no.
We need to understand it more.
Yeah, why? There's always a purpose, there's always a reason. And if you're just doing it just to do it for laughs or giggles, then that's another issue. We'll have to deal with that. But if it's you're not understanding how to communicate in another way, then and you're not meaning to cause people the pain, then we can work with. Is that true? I'm hoping that that's true. I'm hoping that you're really not that bad. You're just trying to figure it out.
Jeez Louise.
Okay, I got chills.
Yeah. Are you wanting empathy? Is that what it is? You're not trying to scare people. You just want someone to listen and to understand, maybe?
We're here to help you pass along the message or get you to where you need to be. Okay. Can work together on that. I don't want you to just come off as just being an ass.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah? Is that a yes?
But I've never, Eric, the whole time all the cases I've been on, I've never seen those things go off.
Yeah.
Well, and that.
I've never seen that.
That aggressively too. It's just like.
Right.
like more hardcore, like faster and like, yeah.
He didn't want me in there, and he made that obvious. He made me incredibly uncomfortable to where I had to leave. So
now we're going to kind of move more into the spiritual side of things, which I know everybody's so excited about. So we'll get there and toss that out and finally figure out, you know, because all of us seem to be going on the same wavelength of what it is now.
Some of the evidence that we've picked up so far and some of the feelings and things are matching some stuff that Mom and I had come across on our trip to Springfield. In some of the tours that we did, we came across these groups called the Bald Knockers. Ironically, the part that we're sitting on the edge of is called the Knob Noster, which Knob Nosters was part of this Bald Knockers deal. That's why the knob is in there. They were vigilantes in Missouri and South Ozark region into southwest Missouri from 1883 to 1889, which fits in this time period that we're picking too. They are commonly depicted wearing black horned hoods with white outlined faces painted on them, and the distinction that evolved during the rapid proliferation of the group into the neighboring counties and the tiny county origins.
they had masks on. They had black faces outlined by white. You need to see a picture of what it looks like. But that's what they're about, and about the intimidation, and that's how they were scaring everybody.
Yep. It's
Right.
kind of this bullying thing that we're getting.
Well, while we were in there, remember I was saying how I wanted to suddenly be aggressive in his face. He wants to be all bully with that. And the way I'm feeling about it right now, sucker, you're bullying 8-year-old little girls right now just so they can get your attention. That's how you're at. Like, let's fix this, please.
Yeah.
Well, she had her anxiety. That's what you through SB7 is. Ha ha.
Yeah, we want to help you fix this.
I'm getting the young ones.
The
I'm
young
not getting
bald knocker.
older men.
No,
I'm getting
they're
the young
young.
ones.
That's interesting.
What's the game plan now that we've identified it?
If we open the light,
Correct. We need to help
Thinking
him
a
cross over.
crossover would
let
be
him go.
Yes.
If he
And
wants to.
And then if
for
he
her,
good cop, bad cop, Jared, if he doesn't want to go willingly.
and for her to be able to experience how to do this to help herself and help her daughters is absolutely what needs to happen here. That is absolutely what the game plan needs to be.
How we decided to deal with it this time was go ahead and do a offering, which we do, which again is just giving them that extra boost motivation to go ahead, cross over, you know, and get out of this location that they're in.
The level of anxiety that I've had throughout the night, I didn't have it hardly at all when I was in there. I didn't feel like anything was, you know, I didn't feel like an overbearing presence in there like I have throughout the evening. I mean, it felt fine. It really did. But you guys really have helped like lighten the mood of this for me. Especially now that we know who he is.
Yeah.
And you know, to laugh at him and stuff, and you guys have really like lightened that mood for me. And good. Yeah, good.
Gotcha.
So I usually I uploaded everything from Waterloo.
Can I offer a
Yeah,
hand?
just to hold it for now until I get it.
Heat us all up and do something or what?
Not necessarily, just everyone on the mindset of. No, you guys are good. It's just everyone on the mindset of need to go, not welcome here, go into the light. Go ahead, go cross over. Just everyone on that same mindset. When you project all that same energy as well, it boosts.
It's time, dude. Check it out. You've been here long enough. You've indicated you need help.
On St. Michael the Archangel will come down and protect us during this time and help this soul that is unwanted and no longer serves a purpose here. Help him go to where he needs to go. Just act as a guide. I'm just giving you an offering. A way out as you seem to be stranded here now. There's no good and no purpose currently. So we're now asking for you to go. Opening up the white light here. You see this? You see that? You see that light?
that?
I see the white, the green. It well actually went blue. The blue.
There was a giant shift in the chest in the heart region.
We went ahead and went with our cleansings and didn't have to do the bad cop. That was nice.
Thank you for your assistance as well. Alright, we're going to close this offering here. Okay. Metric. I didn't expect too much of a fight, but I just wanted to prepare in case we need to hand it over to you.
Right. I left my gavel out just in case.
Yeah. The energy seems to be lighter now, and as it was put, but it's more fresh. Yeah, it's not like you're walking through the anxiety butterness stuff.
The client felt more relaxed in her home, which is a plus and what we're aiming for. All in all, I think we did a really good job, and I can't wait to see what we find on evidence.
I believe has a miracle. I think everything that we were talking about, you're spot on. I do believe that it will be a much happier home. Right now, it feels wonderful.
Feels fresh in here.
That's the energy flush.
That's so weird. I don't know
I
another
just
word to
use this
describe
as-
it. It just feels like you
And I
had a air purifier in here.
Yeah,
or
I use this
something.
as the base point. It's spread out throughout, but since this was so concentrated, I stayed here to flush it all out that way so we could deal with it.
Right. You had definitely flushed them towards when he had the portal open. You could at one point feel them all like rushing to get through the gate.
Weight is just, it's gone. I mean, but it's not just, it's, I can feel it in the air.
Yes.
Not walking through butter anymore.
No.
That would be interesting.
I think you'll be much happier.
Thank you.
Yeah, it does feel lighter in here.
Oh yeah.
I guess after we did that, then what are your thoughts? How do you feel right now?
I'm still absolutely amazed. It's a completely different feeling. I mean, it's totally different. It's lighter. I can't stop smiling about it because it feels so nice and just fresh and like you guys came through here with an air purifier or something. I mean, it's awesome.
In a way, it is. It's an energy purifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
cleaning out negative spirits that create a negative environment as well. So.
Felt like we made sense out of things, and we helped.
We were able to give the client clarity as well as understand kind of what we were doing a little bit more.
Did you learn a lot? I did. My husband's gonna be irritated with the rocks, but I'm gonna be buying a lot of them.
Work.
Hydroelectric, remember that word, hydroelectric. Right. There's science behind this stuff.
There's science behind it.
We made sure to discuss with client different ways to protect yourself, important keys to remember, how not to pick up something like this again when she's out and about in the community.
Wish them the best, and we'll check in. I know Crystal will do check in daily if we have to. So
Thank you. I'm glad you guys got to come out. You get another hug.
She played dopey and snuck one in earlier, so she gets two.
Don't be afraid to reach out about it. I didn't think I ever would, and it just happened upon a mutual friend with Jared, and it just kind of progressed from there. And I am so glad that he reached out to me because I don't think I would have done it.
So
Kelvin and I, first time I get to be with each other on a little radio interview. So we've just arrived here. Our friend Adam B. Sox, Bauer Sox, has invited us to speak about all things Bump in the Night. So it'll be kind of nice. And there he is. Oops, let me have focus here. There we go. Yeah.
Focus.
Yeah. Handsome man there. You don't want him blurred.
I know. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
I'm B Sox.
brother.
How you doing?
Yep, this is Kelvin.
Kelvin?
Yep.
Come on in, guys. Welcome to another edition of The Haunting of KGGO.com. My name is B Sox. I'm your host during this little adventure that we do on KGGO.com. It is a KGGO.com exclusive. From Paranormal Endeavors, friends, welcome Eric and Kelvin. Boonga. That's everybody's first impression of you.
Yeah. Well, I actually remember when he was first starting it up. I worked at a store called...
Are you a groupie? Are you a groupie for Eric? Just because you asked for Uncle Bob doesn't mean Uncle Bob's showing up.
Right.
All right. I'm going to cut you off there because we got to keep this sort of PG.
Agreed.
Cal, you are just, wow.
You never know what to expect.
All right, so we're going to wrap up the haunting at KGGO.com. Guys, it's been an absolutely fantastic time with you guys tonight.
Okay, it was supposed to be a joke that went wrong. Harry Potter.
Okay,
that's
there
the
you go.
Moaning
Harry
Myrtle.
Potter.
Yeah, Friends of Moaning Myrtle.
You regretting my decision yet, B-Sox?
Didn't know what you're getting into.
I don't know if I want to be back. At least not bent over. Prefect.
I'm not asleep. I must be dead.